What he's referring to in these sense that it's something that is not chosen from one person, it's not for this person, it's not for that person, it's for everybody. Everybody is a part of this consciousness, and the way that you can use it in your favor, or the way that you can use it for your benefit, you have to be more conscious and be more aware of what you're giving your attention to. So it's not just only for this person or that person, it's for everybody. It's not just only one person or, chosen few. No, it's given to all of us. So, yeah.
Means to be conscious. Every person who has ever lived has used this power, whether they knew it or not. Every achievement, every creation, every breakthrough in human history has been the result of someone assuming something different about what was possible. The man who first flew assumed that flight was possible, when everyone else assumed it was impossible. The woman who first voted assumed that women had the right to vote, when everyone else assumed they did not. The scientist who discovered a cure assumed that the disease could be cured when everyone else assumed it was incurable. In every case, the assumption preceded the manifestation. In every case, someone ignored the current reality and persisted in assuming something different. And this is exactly what you must do with your own life.
So basically what he's saying that there are times where you need to ignore the reality that's going on the outside and somewhat be delusional. Because when you start to be delusional, that's that creative side that comes out. So sometimes you need to ignore what's going on in your reality. Your reality, once again, is just a bouncing off place. It really is just old news. So you need to really ignore what's going on the outside and be more focused on what's going on the inside of you, your imaginations, to actually be focused on what is it that you do want. So yeah.
You must ignore the current reality of your circumstances and persist in assuming the reality of your desires. You must live from the end, not from the beginning. You must think from your wish fulfilled, not from your wish denied. You must feel from your assumption of success, not from your observation of failure. This requires a complete reversal of the way most people approach their lives. Most people live from their circumstances. They look at what is and extrapolate what will be. They use their past to predict their future. They let their environment determine their state of consciousness. But you must learn to live from your consciousness and let your consciousness determine your environment.
So basically what he's saying also too, a lot of people will use their past history things that has really maybe hurt them or maybe have put them in a bad place, and they would use that to predict the future. What you really need to be doing, what he's referring to, is you need to be more in the moment. This is what the power is. The power is here in the moment. So don't worry about the past. The past is old news. Be more focused and be in the moment now. And this is where all the juice is at.
When you wake up in the morning, do not ask yourself what your circumstances are. Ask yourself what your assumptions are. Do not look at your bank account and let it determine your financial consciousness. Look at your financial consciousness and let it determine your bank account. Do not examine your relationships and let them determine your capacity for love. Examine your capacity for love and let it determine your relationships. This is the art of living from the end, of assuming the state you desire to experience. It is the art of being what you have, of feeling what you want to experience, of thinking from where you want to be rather than from where you are. But remember, my friends, assumption is not just a mental exercise. It is a whole being commitment. When you assume something, you must assume it with your entire being. You must think it, feel it, breathe it, live it. You must make it so real in your consciousness that it becomes more real to you than the evidence of your senses. This is where most people fail. They try to assume with their mind while their heart doubts. They try to think positive thoughts while their emotions remain negative. They try to imagine success while...
So when he's saying that you got to feel it within your being, all of it, you just can't just think just from the mind standpoint. It has to be more than that. You got to feel it. You got to act like you are it. So you can't just, just think about off top of the head. No, it has to be more detailed to it. You really got to feel it. You got to, you got to be in there with it. So you're not really just got some kind of just thinking off top of your head or whatnot, but you really got to be into it. You really got to feel it. So yeah.